King Charles will make his first speech on Christmas Day, marking the second time he's addressed the country following the death of his mother. The Queen had delivered every televised festive speech since the inaugural broadcast in 1957. But how will the new King's address differ?
The royal family, like most of us, have their Christmas traditions. The Princess of Wales hosting a carol service at Westminster Abbey is quickly becoming one of them. But this year there will be something distinctly different for all of us. For 70 years, it was the Queen who spoke to us all on Christmas Day, always in her own words, often referring to her own personal Christian faith. Now her son, for the first time, will address the nation and the Commonwealth. In recent weeks, he has already joined in with the religious festivities, with visits celebrating diversity, maybe giving us a flavour of the kind of message he'll want to get across. Archbishop Angelos will be watching. He's seen firsthand on recent engagements how he's settling in as king.
The King's language of, blessing and Merry Christmas and appreciation for the work of Christian communities and faith communities in the world and the community at difficult times, it's all an indication that he's not shying away from faith. And, I'm confident that we will all be pleasantly satisfied.
One thing that will be the same is the royals again heading to Sandringham with the King and Queen Consort, this time playing host. For a couple of years they couldn't come here because of COVID, and you can see why the Queen would have missed being here at Christmas, but also why the King has now decided that for this festive period the family should be back here in Norfolk. After what has been a difficult few months at times, they can completely get away from it all here, except on Christmas morning, of course, when they open those gates for just a couple of hours and let the crowds in. So I remember that Christmas morning so well, and you coming up to me and saying, "I've got this great photo." You can see from her photos, and yes, that one did make all of the newspapers, that Karen Anville is one of those dedicated locals who turn up, some as early as 5 a.m.
I think it's going to be mixed emotions, if I'm being totally honest with you. I think people are on board with the royal family, supportive of this new royal family moving forwards, as all coming together. It has been a difficult few years for lots of reasons, but we're just so glad that there's going to be normality. Do you know what I mean? They're back, and we want them back.
They were happy to lie to protect my brother. They were never willing to tell the truth to protect us.
With this and claims of racism at a Buckingham Palace event, the run-up to Christmas has seen some serious questions for the institution. And for a king who, more than anything, wants to show us what he's really like, what he cares about, and knows with this first Christmas message he has a much-loved and respected act to follow. Rhiannon Mills, Sky News.